This is Brenda, who would like to stay single for another 10 years. We showed her videotapes of these 3 single men, and she picked one as her date. Which one did she choose? Which one will our audience choose? And this is Mary, who says she's learned a lot from her grandchildren. Which one of these men did she choose? Which one will our audience choose? Today on Love Connection, you'll find out who they pick, who the audience picks, and everything that happened on their dates. Now, here to tell us more about Love Connection is our host, Chuck Woolery.
You know, there are more than 60 million single adults in the United States. So here on Love Connection, we got a new way to have singles meet. And here's how it works. We've compiled a videotape library of hundreds of attractive and available single people. We select some of those singles and we show them 3 videotapes. After they've watched the tapes, they choose the one they're most attracted to and go out on a date. Then they come here and they tell us what happened on their date. So to begin, let's meet a woman who selected a date from our video library. She was raised in Rhode Island. She says she's very single and would only get married if she could have 2 husbands. Please welcome Brenda Beatty. Brenda, come on up and say hi. How you doing, sweetie?
Fine, Ricky.
Good. Come join me on the couch. Brenda.
Yes?
First question I have to ask you is, what do you mean by very single?
I date 5 guys. And that's the way to be very single.
Boy, I guess. Gee, me. Why are you here? Aren't 5 guys enough?
Well, 5 days already failed, and I had to fail the other 2.
Saturday, Sunday. Why do you think you'd need 2 husbands?
I'm a very active person.
Are you going to give up your social life, this active social life, I might add, to get married?
Well, the time I get married, the day the ring is slipped on the finger, I will stop.
Stop what?
Hanky-pankying. But the night before, if I'm still single, I will mess around.
The night before you get married? Well, I tell you what, let's see if Brenda found the man to change her mind about staying single, okay? We're going to show you a portion of the tapes that Brenda saw. Now, you pay attention because you're going to get to vote. First, there was Joe. He's from Baltimore. He's into nutrition. And here's how he approaches women.
Well, I would tell a lady if she did move real nice to me that I like the way you move. You know, you look nice. And usually if the response is a smile, then whatever I feel like I'd say next or whatever she would say. But if it's a defensive attitude, like she's mad or didn't like it, I would leave it alone. But it has happened that after I've left it alone, she would make a move to me later. You know, it's usually like on a bus or something.
Next, there was Roth. He's from Oklahoma. He says he's hyperactive and he doesn't approach women.
I really don't approach women. Like some guys have their little lines or something like that. They say, hey, mama, or what's happening? You looking good? I think women are changing these days. I think they the one that letting the guy know if they want to be seduced or not.
And finally, you watch Steve. Now, Steve's from Cleveland. He says very few women turn him down.
Just like the other night, me and my friend, we was pulling in the garage, you know, and some guy and his lady was, you know, standing outside the car. And as they was walking past, she said, "You sure cute." You know, so I started talking with her. She started talking with me. And then told me, pretend like I know her already, and slipped me her phone number.
Now, Brenda, you chose one of these men as your date.
Mm-hmm.
Before we reveal it to the audience, let's show them all 3 men again, okay? First, there was Joe. He's a 34-year-old construction worker. Then there was Roth, 27 years old, who works as a banquet waiter. Finally, Steve, he's a 30-year-old chauffeur. Okay, audience, you've just met Brenda. You've seen her choices. Who do you think is the best man for Brenda? Here in the studio and at home, please make your choice right now. Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we return, we're going to find out who you selected and everything that happened on their date. We'll be right back. Now, in a little while, we'll find out who the audience picked, but right now, we're going to find out who Brenda selected. Okay, Brenda, who did you pick?
I picked Roth.
You picked Roth.
Yes.
Did you think he measured up to the guys you usually date?
No.
Now, I want to ask you something, Brenda. It sounds like you may have had some problems here. Where did they start? How did they start?
When we called the first time, his mother answered. He was sleeping. And then I told him I'll call him back again. We talked a couple minutes. Then I said I'll call him back tomorrow night, which was Thursday. Mm-hmm. And he was sort of like the eye on the phone. We talked about 5-10 minutes, and I told him we're going to go out Friday morning, and we're going to go to the beach about 10, then go out to like a late lunch, then go to a movie. That'd be a nice day. So I thought that was perfect. Well, Friday morning comes around. Call him at 10 o'clock. He's sleeping again.
Whoops. No beach time on Friday.
No, and I say, what time's a better time for you? He goes, 2 o'clock be good. I said, okay, 2 o'clock. So he shows up at 2:30.
Let me say this. Okay, on Love Connections, we normally get both sides of the story. Now, Roth is backstage, okay? And let's meet him right now, okay?
Okay.
Hi, Roth.
Hi, Chuck. How you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Hi, Brenda.
Hi.
Roth, let me ask you, what did you think of Brenda on the phone?
Well, she was a very interesting lady from the very beginning, but as soon as she seen me in person, the whole complex of the whole date just changed completely from the very beginning.
How'd she look to you?
Well, I was looking to go out for, I have a very good time, but this woman had on a pair of brown sandals, green socks, a pair of jeans, and a green T-shirt that looked like she played for the Oakland A's. Well, I'm telling you, we were supposed to go out and have a good time, a night out on the town.
Well, Brenda,
Interesting.
how did you feel about the way you
Well,
were
when
dressed?
he came through the door, he goes, my, what a pretty woman.
I'll give you some credit. You did look pretty good.
Did you find anything to talk about?
We did
Brenda?
not talk. We argued from the moment on.
No, we never did.
Yes, we
We
did.
never did.
We did.
Listen, we talked mostly about your 5 boyfriends that you're currently dating right now.
Okay, wait a minute,
And-
time out. The show is I plan the date, right?
Exactly.
Okay, I told you we're going to go to Redondo Beach, right? Where did we end up 2 hours later?
Where'd you end
Venice?
up 2 hours later?
We went to Venice Beach from the very beginning. I thought that would be a nice place to walk the beach and get very romantic. But there was nothing romantic about our dates. No intimacy. As soon as she seen me, a mother-son relationship was established.
Whoa, wait, Roth, wait.
Time out.
A mother-son relationship?
Exactly. She was 29, I was 27. I guess she was expecting an older guy.
Okay.
Now you tell me, you guys.
Okay.
Obviously, you didn't argue at all.
I am the date. You are the datee. I
Right.
plan
Did you guys ever get to dinner?
Okay, well, yes, we finally did. We got lost from Venice to Redondo Beach, but we finally made it. And mostly at dinner, we didn't do too much. We didn't talk. She didn't even ask me anything about myself. I don't even know. I don't even think she know where I'm from.
Yes.
Or what
Oh, wait a
sign
minute.
I am.
Brenda, where's he from?
He originally is from Oklahoma.
What part?
You didn't
Oh,
ask.
wait a minute. We're not going to get down to grade schools and high schools here. She nailed you, Val.
But okay, anyway.
Now,
we did
wait a minute. Where does he come from after Oklahoma?
He lives in Long Beach.
Is that right,
Oh,
Ron?
really? Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
have a fit. She was paying attention. Was the food good at least?
Oh,
Yes.
listen, believe me or not, this woman can put away some food. What? She can sit down and eat
I have
together
to
with
ask.
any
What?
member of LA Rams.
Wait a minute. What?
She
I
can
think
sit-
I missed something there, Roth.
Okay,
What do you mean
sit
she can
down
put
and-
away food? What?
She can sit down and eat competitively with any member of the LA Round. I mean, she can put away some food.
Hold it. Now wait a
There's
minute.
nothing wrong with that.
Now wait a minute. She ought to have a chance here to. You should be able to defend herself.
Does an LA Ram look like this?
Well, I don't know how it look on camera, baby, but
Yeah, okay.
Whoa.
Time
No,
out.
no.
Okay,
I'm almost afraid of what you did after dinner.
she said she needed her beauty sleep. She had to go to a wedding the next day. She
did-
wanted to be home by 8:30, and I did my best to get her home on time.
Yes, but I
Did you-
told you I had a wedding, which was a lie, just to get away from you.
Time for just a second here. I guess you wouldn't call this a match made in heaven. It's going to be interesting to see who the audience chose. I can't wait to see this. Let's reveal and see who the audience chose out of this group. Let's show that right now. Oh my gosh, they picked Rock. Oh, Brenda, of course, if you follow the audience's advice, we'll pick up the tab for your next date. Is there any way on earth or in heaven that we could convince you to go out with Roth again?
Maybe in hell.
Oh, shit. Roth, thanks a lot for being with us, pal. Maybe we'll see you again sometime.
Oh, yeah, good luck, Brenda.
Thanks. Brenda, honey, thank you
I
for
can't
being
say
with us
how
on
can
Love
I?
Connection. That's all right, honey. Listen, that's fine. Thanks for being with us. Maybe
Thank
we'll
you.
see you again
Yes.
soon, too.
Love Connection will be right back.
Welcome back. This time, let's meet a woman who chose a date from our video library. She was raised in Texas, but she learned all about life in Europe. Please welcome Mary Hayes. Come on up, Mary. How are you, huh?
Well, good to see you.
What did you learn about life in Europe?
Well, I grew up in Texas, and I was a very staunch Southern Baptist, and we had lots of don'ts. I learned lots of do's in Europe, and they were fun.
What'd you learn? Want to talk about it, Mary?
Well, I learned that having a lot of fun really wasn't all that bad.
Mary, you got a little twinkle in your eye.
But I sure like to be in control.
Oh, is that right?
Isn't that awful?
Now that we know a little bit more about you, we're going to show you a portion of the tapes that Mary saw. Now, you pay attention because we're going to ask you to vote again, okay? First, there was James. Now, he was raised in California. Says he's a crazy man, and here's the kind of women he likes to date.
My lady friends, the ones that I'm currently dating, range from 39 to 43. I prefer the younger ones. They keep me a little more on my toes, a little more lively.
Next, there was Robert. Now, he was raised in Florida, loves jazz, and here's how he feels about the generation gap.
Yeah, I don't like the new fangled dancing. I'll get out and jitterbug like crazy. And the new stuff, give me a couple of drinks and, you know, you'll think that I'm the world's greatest, or at least I'll think I'm the world's greatest. But I don't really like to do that.
And finally, you watched Jack. Now, he was raised in the Midwest, liked to play tennis, and here's what he says about himself.
I find that I'm a very sexual person. And I think that people are on different levels of sexuality. And you can read in the morning newspaper about the writing in, my husband wants to have sex and I don't, or just the reverse. And I think that it'd be important to have someone on the same level and be sexually compatible.
All right, now, before we find out who Mary chose as her date, let's see all three of these men again, okay? First, there was James. He's a 61-year-old general contractor. And then there was Robert. He's 51 and works as a freelance photographer. And finally, Jack. He's a financial consultant, and he's 52. Okay, audience, it's time to vote again. Who do you think is best for Mary? Here in the studio and at home, please make your choice right now, okay? Okay, Mary, who'd you select?
I chose Jim.
All right. On Love Connections, we always hear both sides of the date. James is backstage, so let's welcome James Van Hosen. Hi, James.
Hey, Chuck.
How are you?
Great. How about yourself?
I'm fine, thank you. James, I'll come back and talk to you in just a minute. Let me ask Mary something, though. Why did you pick James?
Well, he had a sense of humor, and he seemed like he was a man of adventure.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. James, what was your first impression of Mary now that you'd never seen her before?
I knew she was a school teacher.
Oh, did you?
Sure, talked a lot and lively as she could be.
Great. Sounds like you guys got off to a good start, yeah?
Well, we did. I called Jim, and we talked a little bit, and I said, gee, I hope you're able to go out by Sunday. We got to do this quick. And he said, well, as a matter of fact, I have the whole weekend open. Why don't we make it a whole weekend? I said, well, you know, I didn't really learn that in Europe, but anyway, I don't know, I felt comfortable with him
That's pretty
immediately.
adventuresome, though. I mean,
Yeah, well, you know, but you get feelings about people. But it was so comfortable. You know, I didn't have any qualms.
no problems at all.
No problems
Jim,
at all.
what if you hadn't liked her? I mean, that could have been a possibility, couldn't it?
True,
And
but
she'd have been there for the weekend.
Well, I figured that, what the heck? I can, another weekend more or less in my life isn't going to make that much difference.
What happened next?
Okay, well, we had the couple of drinks, and we sat, and he asked me what I liked to eat and so forth. And he took me to this really neat restaurant. We had seafood, and the owner came over and personally fixed us the best stuff in the house. And then we went back to the condo, and we had a drink and went out on the balcony, and you know, that was very romantic, overlooking Long Beach. And
wow, that's a very romantic evening, James.
So
yeah, that was quite pleasant.
the first evening was his, and the next day was mine. And we went on a cruise out of Port Sacal, a Sunday brunch thing.
The band was great.
The band was
Did you
wonderful.
dance some more?
Oh, we
my
danced
God,
some more,
yes.
and Jim kept wanting them to play Happy Birthday to him, but his birthday isn't until November.
Well, that's okay. Hey, listen, a little early celebration. I'm with you, James.
We had a really great time, and he does have a wonderful sense of humor,
Lots of romance.
and yeah, there was romance.
That's wonderful. You guys, I tell you, I can just see Jim on the screen, but you look like a great couple. How did it end?
He waved kisses to me goodbye, and I went home, and then he went to Hawaii.
Oh, nice. That's
He
great.
skipped town, is what he did.
Well, you couldn't see him till tonight anyway.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You two make a delightful couple. You really do. I'd like to see who the audience chose, wouldn't you?
Sure.
I'm kind of anxious
I would
to see.
like to
Okay,
see.
let's take a look and see that now, all right? They chose Jack. If you want to follow their advice and go out with Jack, you can sure try that. Or whatever you want to do. What do you want to do?
I'm not so sure I want to go out with Jack.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who would you like to go out with?
I'd go out with Jim again.
Would you? Jim?
That's a date.
Why don't you come out here and join us, Jim? Nice to meet you. Come over and say hi to your date. You haven't seen each other since Hawaii.
I forgot the name of the show.
Oh, that's all right. It's okay to forget the name of the show is excusable, just as long as you don't forget her name.
But he did.
Have a seat.
He forgot who I
Have a
was.
seat, folks. I want to tell you something. You are a delightful couple. You really are. It's so nice of you to come and share your date with us. We really appreciate it. We have a nice gift for both of you. We're going to take a break, and when we return, the audience is going to select a date for our next guest. Now we're going to try something a little bit different. Now, our next guest was shown videotapes of 3 women, and rather than choosing his own date, he has agreed to let our audience in the studio here decide who he should go out with, okay? Let's meet him right now. In 1981, he became the world champion speedway motorcycle racer. He retired from motorcycle racing to star in the hit television series Chips, and he was recently voted one of America's 10 sexiest male athletes. Please welcome Bruce Penhall. Hey, Bruce.
Great.
I know none of these kinds of questions are easy to answer because it always feels like you're aiming all your attention at yourself. But you have been voted one of America's 10 most sexiest male athletes. I mean, that's got to be nice. How do you feel about that?
Well, I find it really flattering, but I'm an athlete, and I was working really hard to become world champion, and I won the World Speedway Champion the last 2 years in a row. And I worked really hard at it, and I'm really happy to see that there's a lot of people out there that are noticing motorcycle riders as
Well, you're a good-looking guy, Bruce.
whatever you
They're
want
going
to
to
call
notice
it.
you for sure.
But see, I don't have any grease under my fingernails, I promise.
I'm going to ask you, do women chase after you?
I've been hoping that they're going to chase after me, but they still haven't. You know, I walk really slow and hope they're going to run
I
after
do
me.
the
They
same
never
thing. It
do.
doesn't work for me either. What kind of woman makes you feel most comfortable? Who do you really?
I like quiet women, really. And I like women that are after a career. And I like pretty women, obviously. I think every guy likes a pretty woman.
Sure. Now, you've seen a little bit about Bruce. You know a little bit about him. We're going to show you some portions of the videotapes that Bruce saw. Now, remember, Bruce has agreed to let the audience decide which one he should date, so watch very carefully. Okay? Here we go. First, there was Heidi. Now, she's from Wisconsin. She says that men like her eyes, and she's never been on a blind date, and tells us a little bit more about it.
Well, it's funny because I really don't date a lot. I mean, really not a lot, like twice a year. I don't know if it's because no one ever asks me out. Well, it might be because I've kind of had this relationship. And even though that's not dating because we're friends and we'll stay home or whatever, so it's really not dating. But that has kind of kept me away from dating, except for real occasionally.
Okay, next, Bruce took a look at Lori. Now, Lori was raised on both coasts. She likes to do things on the spur of the moment. She loves dancing, new wave music. Let's hear what
You
she has
missed
to
all
say.
the scandal. Going from one city to the next. That used to excite me. That really did. Used to be flying off to Vegas for the weekends, and entertainers used to excite me, and people, that sort of nature of it. Now it's getting into computer technicians.
Okay, finally, there was Janie. Now, she was raised in Pennsylvania. She goes to the movies at least twice a week. She likes playing hard to get, and she tells us what she looks for in a man.
Being an artist, I'm like a very imaginative, creative person. And when I see someone who's using their creativity or their imagination, and that turns me on a little bit more. Usually if they're very creative, they might be like wimpy physically, you know?
Before you decide who Bruce should go out with, let's show you all three one more time, okay? First, there was Heidi. Now, she's a 25-year-old model. Then Laurie, she's an office manager, and she's 24. Finally, Janie, she's a 28-year-old portrait artist. Now, you've met Bruce. You've seen his choices. Who do you think he should go out with? Now, we're going to ask you to make your choice right now. I believe the audience votes have been tabulated. Here we go. Let's see what they are. Take a look. Oh, by and large, yeah, 48% for Heidi. Well, listen, as soon as you get back from your date, you come back on the show and tell us how it went.
I sure will.
It'll be fun having you back.
Great.
It's very, very nice of you
Thanks
to drop
very
by
much.
and see us.
Appreciate
I
it.
really appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, that's our show for today, and because we believe romance needs all the help it can get, we'll be back tomorrow with more singles trying to make a love connection. I'm Chuck Woolery, and I'll see you later.
Some guest on Love Connection will receive one of the following. Uline Combo 19 Ice Maker with 2.1 cubic foot refrigerator may produce 22 pounds of ice cubes daily using minimum energy. No grain needed. Or a full-valued 106-channel public service scanner radio. Scan for the action with Regency. Or Litton microwave cookware, featuring the 8-piece cook and serve set, which stacks compactly for storage, plus 2-quart clay simmer pot from Litton. Or Univac's dual-purpose quart unbreakable stainless steel thermos, wide mouth for foods, narrow neck for beverages, available with tote bags from Univac. This is Rod Roddy, speaking for Love Connection.